Okay, let's get started. In this video, I'm going to share with you one of several features that is the reason I'm a big fan of both N.I.N.A, but in particular, Target Scheduler, a plugin written by Tom Palmer. Hi, I'm Bill, and welcome to the channel. So, I think I've done one or two videos on Target Scheduler. I'm going to be a little bit more succinct now and break it down into pieces. Uh, I've got a couple of comments from people saying they'd like to see more content around Target Scheduler, so I'm going to do that. But I've started to go through the data that I collected on my recent trip around New Moon, October New Moon. I spent 3 nights in Blue Canyon Airport, and then I dropped down to Death Valley to join Christian Ralph and Patrick Kerrigan. And so, I'm back now, and I'm going through the data. So let's take a look. And here's for my Red Cat 51. Here's 2 targets, Cygnus Loop, and then I also shot what I SH2-240, also known as the Spaghetti Nebula. And in going through the data, I go, okay, Cygnus Loop, I'm pretty happy with it in sense of amount of integration time. I think I have about close to 12 hours of time of data collected under Bortle 4, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to process this, and then I can always come back later and add additional data. The Spaghetti Nebula, in looking at the data, this is a very faint object, got a very low surface brightness, and this is the HA here, and if I go in, I'm catching some of it, but I really think that I need more time. And so this is where Target Scheduler really works for me. So let's go into Target Scheduler, bring up the desktop, and we'll go into Target Management area. And so again, this is where you can load your projects, and I've got different categories. I've got dark nebula, emission nebula, reflection nebula. This is totally arbitrary how you want to set it up. And then under the emission nebula, here's where I've got SH2-103, which is Cygnus Loop, and then SH2-240. So when I'm looking at 240, my original plan, red, green, and blue, I just spend a little time capturing red, green, and blue for stars. And so I wanted 20, 60 seconds exposures of each of the red, the green, and the blue filter. And Target Scheduler has let me know that I acquired those, and I actually acquired more. They called 2 that are rejected, but I essentially did enough accepted images to meet this requirement of my exposure plan. Now I come down into the HA, S2, and O3. I'm almost there. I got 50 of the HA that are accepted, 50 of the S2 that are accepted, but I still need some O3 to complete the original plan. So if we were to look at the next time I go out, I go into Scheduler Preview, and probably the next time I go out, we'll say November 1st, I think is the next new moon. So let's move to, 11/1, so that's good. We run. It's gonna spend only a little bit of time. So for that night right now, the way everything is structured, it's gonna start with LDN 1235, which is also known as the Dark Shark Nebula. Some people call it that. So it's going to start off the night with that, and then around this time in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, it's going to get those 403 images that I need, and then that plan would be called complete. And then since there's some time left, it knows that I want to get some more time in my imaging plan for the Seagull Nebula IC 2170. So if we go into that target plan, Seagull Nebula, I had wanted to get 30 of each of the narrowband filters, and on that I've only I've acquired close to the number, but it's only, I use the grading engine that's part of Target Scheduler. Again, it will flag something as rejected, but I can make a decision to that it doesn't delete that exposure. It's there. I can go in, and when I bring these things into PixInsight and I blink them, then I can make decisions about those particular exposures on whether I want to use them or not. But anyway, this is why it's saying I still have 7 of the HA to get, and 10 of the S2 and 2 of the O3 left. So, but let's get back to this 240 here. I want to put more time on this. So it's very easy for me to do. I can go into edit, and I'm really thinking, how much more time do I want to get? So I'm doing 5-minute exposures. I want a couple of hours more, maybe 4 hours more. So for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bump this up. We're going to edit this, and we're going to change it from 50. I'm going to put 40 on. We're going to go to 90. And then we're going to change that to 90. And we're going to change this to 90. And then I'm going to save the plan. And so now, 90, 90, 90, at 50, 50, 46. And now let's go in and see, come the first of, let's rerun this. And interesting, it's going to make the dark shark a priority. But it knows now that I want to have additional time on this target. And so we can go into target planning here. And I believe what Target Scheduler is doing, the imaging season for the Spaghetti Nebula, we've got a bunch of months left where that target's going to be available. And then this, of course, you're probably familiar with this. This shows you for October, there was about 5 hours where that target was available within the specification of above 25 degrees, which I had arbitrarily selected. So where we go into the dark shark, which would be LDN 1235, and we look at its imaging season. But what I'm basically able to do here with, oh, very interesting. Oh, yeah. So this is its imaging system season, and we are in this period here. And so since it's going to be going away, Target Scheduler is going to prioritize capturing this data over the additional exposures I want for SH2 240, the Spaghetti Nebula. It's going to manage that for me. I don't have to figure this stuff out. I can basically set it and forget it. So what has happened essentially, we'll just kind of go back to what happened. I blinked the data, I brought it into InPix Insight, and then I created the integrated masters for each of the filters. I evaluated it. Stars are relatively good and everything, but knowing it's a faint target, I want to spend some more time on it. No problem. In the past, I would keep a spreadsheet and I'd have to figure things out, and once it's imaging season and all that, and I'd have to manually do all that. Now, no sweat. I go into Target Scheduler, go into Target Management. I go in here, I added the additional frames, and I saved it, and Target Scheduler knows now that it's going to have to give me more time on this target, but it will make the decisions about when to give me that time based upon what I want to do here, where I want to capture some time on that. And so since LDN 1235 is going to be going away sooner than SH2 240, the Spaghetti Nebula, it's going to prioritize capturing the exposures to fulfill my imaging plan for this target. And then once that's completed, then it will finish out the 240. So I don't know how you like to run your imaging sessions, but I find this super easy. I just basically build my project lists. I very easily build the exposure plans, and then basically Target Scheduler manages that all for me. All I got to do is go out there. I got to go into and load up my Target Scheduler template, and if you have an interest in seeing this template, I'll put a link, or let me know in the comments and I'll give you a link to it so you can get it. But basically this is just a standard advanced sequencer template built around this key container called the Target Scheduler container. And I fire up this template, I hit go, and then Target Scheduler will figure out what to run, as we saw in the scheduler preview, and that's what it's going to run, and I don't really even have to think about it, and I have confidence that it is going to do its best to fulfill my exposure plans. And really cool. And I used to build a more complex advanced scheduler, rather advanced sequence in N.I.N.A, where I had a section for the first target in the evening and then a second target, and then I had to be specific about the exposure plan, and was it narrowband or was it broadband, and then I had to identify at what time that target was no longer above 25 degrees, which is what I use. I had a lot more work. Now I have the standard template. This is the Target Scheduler container. So if you go over here and you look at Target Scheduler, you see what instructions and are available there. I just drop that in here, and I'm good to go. So I guess I am an advocate for both N.I.N.A and Tom Palmer's Target Scheduler, and I just wanted to take a couple of moments to show you how I use it and how easy it is to manage your exposure plans and projects using Target Scheduler in N.I.N.A. All right, if you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up. As always, like, share, and subscribe. If you've got particular things you'd like to know about Target Scheduler, a great place for that information is the N.I.N.A Discord server. There's a channel specific to Target Scheduler. Tom hangs out there as well as some other knowledgeable people that have been using Target Scheduler, and these are people that use it to open and close domes and all kinds of things. So it can be a very helpful plugin for you. My needs are more simple. I use it because when I travel to a dark site, I want to try to maximize the amount of time that I image every night, because it costs me to travel out, 475 miles to go to a dark Bortle 4 site, Bortle 3 site, and Target Scheduler optimizes that time for me. And when I was trying to do this all with an Excel spreadsheet or sheets in Google, it took a lot of effort, and I would make mistakes and everything. But this is really a beautiful piece, a beautiful tool, if you can use the word beautiful about a tool. And I really love it, and it has really made my imaging life a lot easier, and I appreciate that. It adds a lot of value. So, all right. I don't know if I said if you like this content, give it a thumbs up, but those thumbs up are very important, so I'll say it a second time. Other than that, check out the Amazon links and affiliate links in our video descriptions from time to time if you want to try and support the channel at no cost to you. Often those links are a great way to do it. You use them to go to like Amazon, and even though you don't buy the item at the end of the link, if you purchase something else on Amazon within 24 hours, I get affiliate marketing credit without any additional cost to you. So keep that in mind if you like the content. Other than that, clear skies.